everybody, my name is Kestrel and I am a student worker at the KU Natural History Museum. I am here today to talk to you guys about fossils, and my friend Mira is going to be talking to you guys later about fossils as well. We are so excited to share with you a special storybook science activity in celebration of National Fossil Day. This month we're talking about the spooky side of science. Later this month we'll learn about Marie Curie and her scientific research on radioactivity. Did you know she was able to use her scientific skills to create mobile X-ray units during the First World War? These X-ray units use a special type of radiation to take images of inside of the person's body. What do you think was inside that could be seen with the X-rays? Bones, right? Now what does this have to do with National Fossil Day? Well, usually when we think of fossils, or the remains of organisms that have lived during a past geological age, a long time ago, we think of bones. But fossilized bones aren't actually bones. In fact, they go through a special process to become a fossil. Fossils are formed through a special process after the living organism from a past geological age dies. After the organism dies, it is buried in sediment, or tiny bits of rock. Over time, the sediment hardens and the hard bits of the organism that were buried are replaced by minerals. This process takes a really long time, but eventually it creates a fossil. Fossils fall into one of two categories and can represent many different organisms: animals, plants, fungi, and lots of others. These two categories are body fossils and trace fossils. Body fossils are parts of the organism that come directly from the body. Bones, claws, and teeth are all examples of body fossils. Trace fossils are fossils that indicate the activity of an organism, like a footprint. An organism made the footprint, but it's not actually part of its body. We're going to discuss trace fossils, specifically how to create our own. Before we begin, can you think of any other examples of trace fossils? I'm going to show you all how to create a model of a trackway, or a path made by movements of animals. Some animals, like the Allosaurus, walked on two legs. Footprints like those of an Allosaurus are typical of a theropod because it has 3 toes. Let's use this toy of an Allosaurus and make footprints in the clay. Not all animals move around on legs though, do they? No. A really great example of animals that moved a little differently than the Allosaurus are trilobites. Trilobites are a type of extinct marine invertebrate, so they lived in the ocean and they didn't have a backbone. There were many trilobites and some of them moved on the ocean floor. Let's look at a picture of a trilobite trackway. It looks like the trilobite was scurrying along. Let's recreate this using the toy trilobite in clay. Let's look at the trackways of these two different animals together. How are the trackways of the dinosaur, the Allosaurus, and the trilobite the same? How are they different? They both show movement or activity, but they show us that the animals move in different ways. Now, let's go over to my friend Mira, who has a model of another trace fossil.
We learned that trace fossils include footprints and trackways from animals like dinosaurs and trilobites. I'm going to teach you all about a different example of a trace fossil. It's not a footprint and it's not a trackway. This is a picture of the trace fossil. The animal that made this a long time ago ate something and then left this behind. It then became fossilized. Let's look at the picture again. What could this be? It's a coprolite, or a fossilized piece of poop. What do you notice about it when you look at this coprolite? Do you notice any particular shapes? I notice a spiral pattern. Look closely to see it. This coprolite is likely from a shark. There are other trace fossils that are also related to an animal's diet. For example, some trace fossils that indicate the activity of eating are fossilized when they are still in the intestines and guts. This type of trace fossil is called an Enterospira. It's sort of like a coprolite, but it hasn't left the body yet. If an Enterospira is in the spiral shape, it may have come from a Xenacanthus, which is a group of prehistoric sharks. Let's make a model of the Enterospira together. I hope you enjoyed learning about trace fossils with Kestrel and I. Trace fossils can tell us a lot about living things from a long, long time ago. Keep checking Facebook on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. for more STEM challenges and stories for Storybook Science, and stick around for Discovery Day to celebrate National Fossil Day. Bye!